You are living in a hall of mirrors, performing a play for an audience that isn't even watching. From the moment you wake up, you begin the exhausting ritual of putting on your social mask, the face that fits, the voice that agrees, and the opinions that offend no one. But after 53 chapters of dismantling the lies of the ego together, we arrive at a brutal, liberating truth. Your desperate need to be liked is the heavy chain that keeps you anchored to the floor of mediocrity. In this 54th chapter, we celebrate the death of the social mask. We are not here to help you fit in, we are here to help you stand out so sharply that you become a threat to the comfortable delusions of the masses. Being disliked by the wrong people is not a failure of character, it is the ultimate proof of your sovereignty. You have been a prisoner of, what will they think, for too long, wasting your divine energy on a jury of ghosts who don't even know who they are themselves. Observe the lion. He does not ask the sheep for permission to roar. He does not adjust his stride to ensure the hyenas feel comfortable in his presence. He simply is what he is, and the world must adjust to his gravity. You, however, have become a diplomat of your own identity, negotiating away your truth just to avoid a moment of social friction. In the year 2026, where validation is a digital currency and likes are the oxygen of the weak, the most valuable asset you can possess is the courage to be hated. When you stop trying to be the person everyone wants you to be, you finally have the energy to become the person you were meant to be. This is the great filter. By dropping the mask, you lose the people who never truly saw you anyway, and you gain the one thing that can never be taken away, your own soul. Today, we burn the costume and step into the light as the unedited kings of our own reality. We are ending the era of the polite slave and beginning the reign of the authentic sovereign. Why are you so afraid of a frown? Why does the disapproval of a stranger feel like a physical wound? It is because you have built your entire sense of self on the shifting sands of external opinion. You are a house built of glass, terrified of every stone the world might throw. But a sovereign man is built of granite, he does not seek approval, he commands respect, and respect often begins with the willingness to be misunderstood. The social mask is a sophisticated survival mechanism from our tribal past, but in the modern age, it has become a mental straitjacket. You are suffocating inside your own politeness. You say yes when your soul screams no, and in doing so, you murder a piece of your integrity every single day. The 54th lesson is about the sanctity of the no. It is about the power that comes when you realize that you do not owe anyone an explanation for your existence. In 2026, the world is a giant surveillance machine, not just of cameras, but of expectations. Every social media post, every professional interaction, every family gathering is a pressure cooker designed to keep you in line. But what if you simply walked out of the kitchen? What if you decided that being difficult was a small price to pay for being real? Strategic authenticity is the weapon of the wise. It is the ability to show the world your jagged edges without apology. When you stop trying to smooth yourself out for others, you become a singular point of focus. You become a disturbance in the force. And it is only through disturbance that change can happen. The mask you wear is not protecting you from the world, it is protecting the world from the raw power of your true self. Today, we shatter the glass. We embrace the friction. We accept that our path will be lonely, but we know that a lonely path in the sun is better than a crowded one in the shadows of a lie. Most people spend their lives trying to be a global currency, something that everyone can use and everyone likes. But the more universal you become, the more diluted your value becomes. A sovereign individual is not a dollar bill, he is a rare, ancient artifact that many will find strange, some will find frightening, and only a few will truly value. The disapproval of the masses is your authenticity certificate. If the people who are afraid of their own shadows like you, then you are probably living in the shadows yourself. If the people who have traded their freedom for security find you agreeable, then you have already lost your edge. Strategic isolation is the result of high-level sovereignty. It is the filter that keeps the noise out and the truth in. You must learn to wear the hatred of the mediocre like a badge of honor. It means you are doing something right. It means you are visible. It means you are no longer a ghost. Think of the greatest masters of history, the thinkers, the rebels, the creators. None of them were well-liked in their time. They were thorns in the side of the status quo. They were the impolite truths that the world tried to silence. By wearing your social mask, you are joining the chorus of the silenced. You are contributing to the gray fog of conformity that is choking the spirit of 2026. To drop the mask is to breathe. It is to look a critic in the eye and feel absolutely nothing, because their opinion is based on a version of you that doesn't even exist. You are not a character in their story, you are the author of your own. When you realize that 99% of people are too busy worrying about their own masks to actually see yours, the fear vanishes. You are playing a game with no audience. The only person you have to face in the mirror at the end of the day is the one without the mask. Make sure you like that person, even if the rest of the world doesn't. There is a terrifying freedom in being the villain in someone else's narrow-minded story. When you stop trying to defend your character, you gain a massive amount of time and energy. Let them think you are arrogant. Let them think you are cold. Let them think you have changed. Their perception of you is their problem, not yours. Your only responsibility is to your own internal alignment. In this digital era, we are all obsessed with reputation management, but the sovereign man practices soul management. He knows that a clean conscience is worth more than 1,000 glowing reviews. The mask is heavy, my friends. It takes constant effort to keep it in place, to make sure the seams don't show, to ensure the smile stays at the perfect angle. Imagine what you could achieve if you took all that energy and poured it into your own empire. Imagine the heights you could reach if you weren't constantly looking back to see if everyone was still clapping. The predator of perception doesn't care about the image, he cares about the impact. He moves through the world with a ruthless honesty that terrifies the weak. He says the things that others are thinking but are too afraid to whisper. He breaks the unwritten rules of social decorum because he knows those rules were written by the timid to keep the bold in check. In 2026, the nice guy is the first one to be crushed by the machine. The real guy, the one with the mask on the floor, is the only one who can survive it. This is not about being cruel, it is about being compromise-free. It is about setting your boundaries so high that only the worthy can climb over them. Surrender your need to be a good person in the eyes of a broken society, and start being a true person in the eyes of the universe. The universe doesn't care about your manners, it cares about your frequency. And you can only hit your highest frequency when you are unburdened by the weight of other people's expectations. As we conclude this 54th chapter, I want you to perform a mental execution. Look at the person you have been pretending to be for the last decade, the polite version, the safe version, the accepted version. Look at that mask and realize it is a shroud. It is a burial cloth for your greatness. Today, we burn it. We step out of the shadows of appropriateness and into the raw, unedited sunlight of our own truth. You are not a finished product designed for public consumption, you are a work in progress, a wild force, a sovereign soul that refuses to be tamed. The death of the social mask is the birth of your real life. It will be jarring at first. People will walk away. Bridges will burn. But those bridges were leading you back to your own prison. Let them burn. The fire will provide the light you need to see your new path. Carry this sovereignty with you, the one who is willing to be hated, is the only one who can be truly loved. The one who drops the mask, is the only one who can truly see. The one who loses the world's approval, is the only one who finally finds his own. You are no longer a performer in the theater of the masses, you are a master of your own reality. Go back to your life, but leave the costume behind. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Walk your path, even if you walk alone. And remember, in the year 2026, the most dangerous and powerful man in the room is the one who has absolutely nothing to prove to anyone. The transmission of the 54th is complete. Burn the mask. Be sovereign. Be radically, dangerously real. This is Christopher, ending the broadcast of the Unedited King.